Now, howdy, partners. It's good to see y'all here. Can I get one of them newfangled things called an audio check? How are we doing in terms of levels? Am I quiet? Is the game quiet? Am I loud? Is the game loud? Well, that is excellent news, old dewdrop, old buddy, old pal. I swear I won't do this the entire time, but maybe sometimes. Oh yeah, we're still on the starting screen. I haven't swapped yet, because I have a surprise for y'all. I think everybody's gonna like it. Doing... How about this? How does this sound in terms of balance? Sounds good to me. If it works for everybody else, I reckon we's about ready to get rolling here. And I tell you what, don't y'all know it's that Naiad's good old age day? We can get a shout outs to them. Good old happy birthday, my friend. And now we's just about ready to swap scenes. And y'all can go ahead and done there see my surprise. Well, howdy! I do hope everybody is having a most spectacular evening or day or what have you. And here we are. This is the production value that you get on Ethereal Moth streams. This, right here. I reckon you might be able to take this hat, but only so long as you can win it from me in a duel. It's a really nice hat, y'all know. adjust something real quick beforehand. See a little bit of an issue there with the model. Let me see how that's working out here. Anything? Well, I reckon that ought to be a little better. Surely. All right now. Let's actually go ahead and get in on this right here. Oh, left my UI up. Don't worry about that. Pay no attention to the buttons behind the curtain. We're just gonna go ahead and get started with a new game. Now, I will let y'all go ahead and start debating what we's gonna call this here fine cow person. Whilst I take on this intensive shooting gallery. What is a good cowpoke name, y'all reckon? Howdy, you say? There's something quaint about that. What y'all reckon? Alright, we seem to be in agreement here. It's howdy! Oh no. I didn't realize that would change it. Well. Howdoody, also quite the name, but anyhow, I reckon we'll go ahead and get her started here. Moth is pretty good, but the problem is that well, you know, English being the way it is, that could be like hofty, that could be hawdy, that could be howdy, you know. But these are the Wild West days, you know. Folks weren't fancy like that. But I think we's in agreement here. I think we can get her going. I got a lot of reading ahead of me, so we may as well get to it. Play as howdy. We're ready to get going, are you? Yeah. I had the strangest dream. I was choosing a character class? What is that all about? I was thinking about being a cow puncher, a bean slinger, or even a snake oiler. What y'all reckon about that one? Just a dream, mind you, but slinger. We have one vote for slinging some beans. We got 2 votes to sling them beans. Beans it is. All right, we seem to have a plurality here. You're right, that cow is minding its own business. I think it's more than time to sling some beans. Magic and cooking are inextricably intertwined in Loathing, and the bean slinger is the mystical master of both. You've heard there's a shortage of cooks out west since the cows came home, due to most of the cooks having been brutally killed by the cows. Okay, so about the cow minding its own business thing. But yeah, I think we're alright. I think we can be a bean slinger. And here we are. It's our room, y'all. You read the spine of one of your books, The Secret of Black Mansion. Rufus liked this one as much as I did. Escape from Butcher's City. I read that one 10 times. Hero of Eerie Basement. I loved that one. The Journey to the Forbidden Barn. Dad gave me this one when I was a kid. Goodbye, desk. I'll comb my hair and look presentable and whatnot. Oh, and 1 XP for doing so. You love to see that. Oh, hey, Russell, how you doing? Caw. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Caw-caw. Feed Russell a cricket. You grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand. What do we think, folks? We just say goodbye to Russell and leave him with our family, or maybe it's time for him to go out on his own journey too? What y'all reckon? Indeed, Ida, this here is Russell Crowe. You got a problem with that? That's true. You might come back with something shiny, so tell you what, maybe it's time for you to leave too, old friend. You open your bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you, caws one last time, then flies away to the west. It's time to hit the trail. And we're so serious about it, we're even gonna say goodbye to our phonograph. You pull the needle away from the cylinder and stow the handle away. And even the background music stopped. I love that detail. What a mess. We gotta stack some firewood, get a little XP for that one. That's just untidy. Nothing on the hat rack today. This hearth really puts the hearth into hearth and home. You're gonna miss Mom's cooking. If some mom's pie safe, keeps all her pies safe. It's our shelves full of souvenirs from old family vacation. Plunder. Personalized shot glass. And is that a spider ring? Oh boy. Let's see here. Chat's a little bit in the way, am I reckoning about reading most of these things, but there we go. Spider ring indeed. Attracts spiders. Oh good. Excellent. You'll miss meals with the whole family. Your little brother's room. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Ouvres mathématiques de artiste galant. How many different languages do you need to know to learn about numbers? You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Uber die... Wolf, you want to tag in on this one? I can pretend my way through French, but I can tell it's about trigonometry anyhow. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Traita des substitutions et des équations algebraiques. Something like that, anyhow. It's your kid brother's toy box. Look inside. Got a puzzle cube. Love those things. Never solved one. Brother's desk is covered with all of his weird diagrams and charts. It's one of your kid brother's weird puzzles. Fiddle with it. Your brother already had it most of the way solved, but you figured out the last couple of moves. 1 XP. Alright. Excellent. You've already solved it, and if you mess it up again, it'll be messed up forever. Oh yeah. Nope. It's Ma. Your mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mom. We're gonna miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I got you a present. A present? Yep, it's that book you wanted for Crimbo. I know it's early, but... Oh, we get another choice here. The one about picking locks, the one about desert survival, or the one about bartering? What do we think, y'all? What book did we want for old Crimbo? It just passed us by, so it's a little late, not early, but you know. Well, thank you, Ida. Merry belated Crimbo to you as well. Hope y'all's enjoying your hat. Oh, picking locks and getting into trouble. That sounds like a howdy thing to do. That seems wise enough to me. The one about picking locks? Oh boy. That's the one. Enjoy it. Locks and how to pick them. Please be careful out there. Write us a letter when you can. She hugs you. I will, Mom. Goodbye. This book is a comprehensive guide to advanced lockpicking techniques. It's got a whole chapter on tumblers. Oh boy. We got lockpicking expertise. After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape. Go, orphans, go. Well, we're already using it to get into trouble. What do you know about that? Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. that hat doesn't fit you, Dad. I'll grow into it. It's time for me to leave. His lip quivers a little. Listen, I want you to have this. It's your grandmother's favorite can of beans. You got an item, can of infinite beans. Oh, I bet we're gonna be slinging those beans. Thanks, Dad. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Goodbye, Dad. Oh, it's a haystack. Dig through it. We got a needle from the haystack. What do you know about that? Our kid brother Rufus? Yeah. Your brother Rufus is standing here looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Give him his puzzle back. You hand him the puzzle and he starts fidgeting with it. Say goodbye. Hey Rufus, time for me to head west. And I still don't understand why you're leaving. He's got a point, you know. Why are you going west anyway? Are we going to help people, to seek my fortune, or to get off this stupid farm? I feel like we just got the lock-picking book. I feel like we're certainly seeking some fortune out there. What y'all reckon? Well, where there's trouble, there tends to be fortune, you know. For those bold enough. You know, Ida, that is an interesting point. It's very noble, but how noble is a person like Howdy meant to be? But, you know, in a way, I think Howdy might be the most noble among us all, if you think about it. Their name itself is a friendly greeting, you know? They're a person of the people, if you will. We're, you know what? We are going to help people. You've read the papers, Rufus. The people out west is in trouble. They need all the help they can get. But it's dangerous. 60% of the people who go west get killed within a year, and that's a statistic from before the cows came home. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of Mom and Dad. I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. I still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. You give him a playful punch on the arm. In a way, Howdy is... That is a very Saul Goodman type beat, so I think picking locks and helping people is a good combination for that. Go west, young woman. Yes, yes, I believe we shall. Looks like this isn't your first rodeo. No, 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 no. We're playing through Boring Springs. Hitching a ride across the Great Plains. We have cinematographers and film editors for this here game, I see. Dialect coach? That's real important. I could use one of those. Stunt coordinator? That's very important for your stick figures. You gotta have a key grip. Boom operator? Very important. 200 miles later. Oh no. We went and fell off the turnip cart, y'all. Well, the bad news is that you fell off that cart and got knocked out for a couple hours, and now you've got no ride, no meat, and no prospects. Good news is that you're in a town rather than in a gulch somewhere. Not much of a town, though. Get up and dust yourself off. I'll take that turnip. A little dusty. It's a chunk of wood from the broken hitching post. Sure, I'll take some broken board. Why not? BS Horsery. Sign on the door reads, "Gone drinking." Oh. Oh. Oh, cow pies, I see. More than likely horse pies, I reckon, but nevertheless. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting to the left of the door shrieks and waves at you to get your attention. "Hey, where's your hat, dagnabbit?" "Well, you can't drink in here without a hat. 'Tain't proper." He points to the take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. You look through the hat box and find a magical black Stetson. That looks like something you'd wear. Grab it. It's the barely enchanted hat. You grab the hat and put it on. "Thanks, Pete." "Thanks, Pete." He gives you a friendly, if somewhat twitchy, nod. "Say, gal." "Yep." "You heading west? If you want some company, I'm more than happy to come along. Just let me know." "Well, no pressure." These two are playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands to the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Good luck, you two. You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, you see a sign taped to the back wall reading, "Reward for lost mugs, 25 meat each." Keep waiting. "Howdy, cowgirl." "Howdy, barkeep. The name's Hal." "What brings you to our little backwater?" "Oh, the usual. I came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far, though. Any work round these parts?" "Unfortunately, Bourne Springs already has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I recommend taking the railroad to talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater." "The railroad?" "The Manifest Destiny Railroad Company from back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco. Having a heck of a time doing so." "And they're hiring?" "Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company, that." Dirtwater? Dirtwater is interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the damned cows. Lots of opportunity there." She pauses for a few seconds, lost in thought. "Yep. If I were a younger woman, I'd probably head that way myself." "You mentioned errands?" "Yeah, this forsaken burg is always falling apart in one way or another. The hostler's always needing help since he hurt his leg, and that no-account sheriff certainly could certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him." "Sheriff. Anything else?" "Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke in from the gulch didn't wipe his boots off and got spores everywhere. I can probably handle a goblin." "Much obliged. I'll unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. Weak fungicide. I'll take care of it." "What you say, Pete?" "Who, me? Well, heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, consarn it, there's a rat in my chaps." "Uh-huh. See you later, Pete." "Howdy, I'm Hal." "Howdy, Hal, I'm Horace." His name is coming back to roost. "Nice to meet you. What'd you do?" "I'm the town hostler." That's the one who hostels horses. "How's that working out for you?" "Oh, those horses are just flying out the door." "So business is booming? Nice." No, no, I mean the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Oh, is that why you're here drinking instead? Yep. Me, being in here drinking instead of watching the horses is probably how they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious circle things. Well, I'm in need of a horse. Do you have any left? One, kind of a boring one, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable. I'll be happy to show it to you. Okay. The woman glares at you. You should probably just let her drink. Will do. You already have a hat. What would you do with 2? Very good point. Oh. Nope. It's the goblet basement. I'm gonna pretend that I didn't just say that. I'm still tired, y'all. It's the basement goblin. Pile of old newspapers. Sure, I'll take one. Maybe he wants to read the paper. The goblin shouts, Briark. I don't know if I'm ready for a fight yet. A crate of nurse brand whiskey, good for what ails you. I guess we never established her age. Good thing the legal drinking age here is can reach the top of the bar. I guess we can go see the horse. What's up? Afternoon, ma'am. What can I do for you? How's business? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. To tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All of my horses keep running away. Well, except this completely ordinary one. That's rough. Maybe I can help. Oh, God, yes, thank you. Please. I'd go fetch him myself except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat for each one. How many are there? 3. Here, let me mark your map. They pretty much always run to these same places. Draws 3 little pictures on your map. Ore Hole Mine, Boring Springs Boneyard, and Thousand Snakes Gulch. Oh boy. Why these places? I think they like the environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed it some of these oats. That should send it back here. You got a bag of homing oats. How does that work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. Of course. Okay, will do. See you later. Now, yep, needles and haystacks. Of course. This is the most typical horse you've ever seen. So it is. Now, what in the world is going on here with the sheriff? Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Boring Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. The what? The sheriff, okay? Blasted sign painters. Say, you wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would you? As a matter of fact, I am. Great, because I happen to have some. There's a gang of hoodlums around here what call themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took my cell door with them. It ain't much good without the door. And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch it back for me. Well, why don't you do it? You're the sheriff, after all. I gotta stay here and practice my chair tipping. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Funny you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you, to keep you out of trouble. He takes a pistol out of his desk and hands it to you. The deputy pistol. Deputy? You deputized a gun? You're new in town. Maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down where the Fricker Gang's hideout is for you. Got it. I'll be back with the door. Wanted for bird theft. Naked Mike Bernstein. Wanted poster artist. Apply in person at the marshal's office. Bimmy Fricker for face thieving. I hate a face thief. There's a dirty mug here. Grab it. Oh yeah, the saloon needs those back, huh? Huh. Step right up, step right up. Braid's the name and trade's the game. You seriously doubt that his name is Braid? Howdy. What are you trading? I don't know that Howdy has a lot of room to talk about names, but... Well, madam, today I am trading locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And to the cunning Skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, well, to that adventurous soul I will trade a fine silver pocket watch. Huh. Well, sure, I'll take some dynamite. Braid, which is so not a name, takes your needle and hands you a stick of dynamite. Be careful with those now. Get lost. Alice, MD, closed. Hello? You approach the weird Cactus Man hybrid. He smiles at you. Howdy, Cactus Man. Howdy yourself. My name's Bill. Cactus Bill. What happened to you, Bill? Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. And that's why they call you Cactus Bill? No, that's just a coincidence. Oh. Does it hurt? Does what hurt? You know, being a cactus? Oh, no, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation process inside the cactus part of me keeps me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it is a mite boring. Yeah, I bet. It wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you? I sure do. Much obliged, partner. Now let's see here what I can do to return the favor. Oh, I know. My shovel. I left it behind the outhouse at Orhole Mine. It's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it. We leveled up. Our mysticality went to level 2. Thank him. Behind the outhouse at Orhole Mines. Got it. Thanks, Bill. Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave. Sure thing, buddy. You're not allowed in Topeka anymore, remember? Oh, shit, you're right. I forgot about everything I did back there. Oh, God. I'm not trying to walk in those, I promise. Need a horse. Alright, well... we have our quest set before us. I am going to go get some water before we get into this, but I will be right back, partners. Well, I hate that we done lost our Naiad, but alas, when you gotta go, or in this case, when you have to, you have to. I do hope that you have a most wonderful day. I'm sure you're already gone, but in the event that you're not, one last happy birthday to you, and I hope it was a good one. Now, let's go hang out in Thousand Snake Gulch. I simply cannot resist. There we go. Well, there is at least one snake in Thousand Snake Gulch. We can say that much for sure. Yeah, I thought I saw a glint there. One of these rocks is really shiny. Shiny rock. Cool. It's shiny and it's about the size of a rock. Excellent. Speak softly and carry a loud stick. Examine it. It's got an NG light and an end that blows up. Okay, just checking. Oh, the barely enchanted hat gives us some mysticality. That would be really good. Oh no, I see. There's another snake. Do you suppose that there's just a line of 1,000 snakes here? Because I'd be into that. Oh no! There's a there's a spider. I think my ring is attracting those. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Oh! The board we got is a melee weapon. We have a pistol. We have Lava Fava. Target will suffer 9 hot damage. We can use Bean Shield. Increase armor by 4, will not end your turn. Oh, I see, we have 1 action point. I think, I think perhaps we, well, the rattlesnake is sleepy. Maybe we worry about the snake first. And... oh boy. Yeah, we'll finish that off. There we go. You've slain a snake. Before long, they'll call you Snake Murder in Hell. Oh no, I don't particularly want that. Another snake? Well, I guess it's not called One Snake Gulch. You're certainly right. Oh no, these spiders are starting to worry me. Let's try Bean Shield, perhaps? Oh. Oh, Bean Shield seems good. Yeah, that's doing wonders, okay. Who knew beans were such effective armor? Oh, I didn't mean to throw dynamite at it. I feel a little bad about that one. Oh no. You made short work of that long snake. Oh no. Like, I don't know how that's much better than shooting it, but such devastation was not my intent. The snake looks really angry. You need every trick in the book to beat this one. Am I? Do I? I don't know if I have every trick in the book, but... give it a shot. I'm good at tricks. Oh god, the spiders. Armor up. Let's focus on this really angry snake this time. Yeah, I don't think the spider can hit me through the armor, so... Poison is worrying. Oh, we're kind of in danger, y'all. I fear. I have 2. Oh no. Oh no. Giving up is the same as losing. Well, I might as well lose then. You wake up in a heap next to the snake. You feel a lump underneath you and realize you're lying on top of a stick of dynamite. I see. I see what it wants. Perhaps I unequip the spider ring, though. That feels like something... Yeah, I don't... I guess you can heal it with, like, items or spells, but I don't have any right now. Let me armor up. I can probably take the snake when there's no spider around. It's, yeah, I like that headcanon. It's the same stick. Gotcha. XP, wow. If the whole cowgirl thing doesn't work out, you could always get a job as a snake exterminator. Well, I don't really want to do that. Oh my, are you okay, little buddy? This horse has gone snake crazy. Or he was some other kind of crazy before. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? It's cool, alright? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Winnie. I'm curious how you would look this thing in the eyes, so... You calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in the glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now that it's clear that you aren't actually made of spiders, though. Oh, I see. You carefully but gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit, okay, a lot, but seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around that skull of his. That's a good boy. Feed him the oats. Are you hungry, boy? I've got a little treat for you. Snurf. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats, and it gallops away with a whinny, or rather, whinnyargle. Hopefully he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. Oh. You don't have to walk all the way back over there. Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Well, maybe some other adventurers have already come through here and cleaned out the other 997, you know? We can go to the Springs, Boring Springs Boneyard. Our founder, Zephaniah Boring, 1806 to 1885. He was actually a really interesting guy. Benjamin Crockett, 1320 to 1364. He showed up way too early. Yeah, I'll say. Beauregard Skelton, Captain, 3rd Cavalry. This grave is really noisy. Oh god. A skeleton. You're not getting past it without a scuffle. A scuffle it is. Got him. Skeleton collapses into a pile of loose bones. That guy just wouldn't stay put. I did want to look at... I see. Where's the button that I want? There we are. Oh no, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wait. Stupid walking mode, huh? Nostalgia mode? I see. I see. Oh my. Your pulse quickens as you get near the spooky translucent horse. You approach the weird semi-transparent horse cautiously so as not to startle her, though you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there. Hi. I'm a friend, okay? No. That's a little strange how you did that without opening your mouth. Pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Pat her on the nose again. Yep, still cold. Yep, still cold. Oh no, is the burr is gonna keep getting longer. You get the idea. Okay, thank you for telling me when is enough game. Feed her oats. Here you go, girl, have some oats. You hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares right through you. Please don't look at me like that. Snort. Try the oats again. You hold the oats out again, but the horse continues to ignore them. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could get some bone meal on them, but I don't think I have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt? Winnie. Is that a yes? Weird. Okay. You sprinkle the oats with a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them and eats them. Nay. With that, she glides away in the direction of town. Oh yeah. Oh, silly walking mode. How every game needs you. Timothy Cochran, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochran, beloved daughter. Silas Cochran, a baby. Oh. They all died at the same time, or at least the same year. Oh, not this walk. Oh no. I'm gonna at least get nostalgia mode out of here, but the walking, that can stay. This is where Bill said to look. Hey, he wasn't kidding. Not that I would have... Not that this would have been a funny thing to kid about, I guess. Indeed. There's still some meat ore in this cart. Sure. 50 meat? Let's go. Oh, I'm riding the lantern. Excellent. This mechanism is labeled Cargo Elevator Control. Poster on the wall behind reads Blasting Cap Storage Level 1, Level 2 is Plungers, both kinds? Interesting. Level 3, Tools. We could use tools. Oh, we can pick it. Okay, with one of our needles, and I assume our lockpicking skill. Managed to unlock the toolbox with the needles ruined. Most of the tools inside are rusted away, but there's a pretty nice crowbar. Okay. Unrefined meat nugget. Interesting. Oh, this looks dangerous. Oh, this looks dangerous. There's no plunger hooked up to it. Well, we can fix that. Plungers. The sign lied, though. There's only one kind. Well, that's sad. Detonation plunger. Yeah, I'll hook it up. Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation, you've hooked up a plunger and strung it a fair distance away. Oh wait, shouldn't this need a blasting cap, though? Okay, you've succeeded in putting yourself in grave danger. Is this just gonna kill me? This is mighty close. Well, kaboom! No, we're fine. Dig through it. Oh, something here. Dig. Silver nugget, let's go. You see the dark horse, barely, approaching. I like lowercase, low font Winnie. That's very good. The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like cripplingly introverts away from you. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. I'll pat her. As you reach out to pat her nose, the horse ducks and steps further back into the shadows. Oh, come on. Nay. Feed her the oats. Here you go. Yum yum. Snort. She sidles away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Eat the oats yourself. You take a handful from the bag and toss some in your mouth. Ugh, it's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food. Don't ask. Oh, I'm sorry you've got to go, Ida, but I'm glad you could stop by. I'm glad you got to be here for the birth of Howdy. You can always catch up with the VOD later, but I hope the rest of your workday goes well. It's always lovely to have you around. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Geez, these are powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See? Perfectly fine. Feed her the oats. No? Pat her on the nose again? The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but doesn't actually flee, so that's something. There's a good girl. Winnie? The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of the oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You don't turn around to look, or you do turn around to look but don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. I see. What? There's a crack. You bend down and shine your lantern into the crack in the rock. You can just barely make out a square shape down in there, well out of arm's reach. Looks like somebody dropped a small metal box in the hole, but you don't know if that was to hide it or discard it. If you're truly desperate to find out what's in there, you could try reasoning with the rock. Your primary argument would be a bundle of dynamite. I see. Perhaps you could persuade the hole to widen enough to grab the box with 3 dynamite. Huh? probably do that. We got, well, just the one, I guess, but we could probably find some more, surely. Oh, this. Oh no, the snake walk is gone. How sad. I remember we could dig something up here. Okay, Beauregard skeleton. I can only imagine. Who could have seen this coming? Oh, I have 2 action points now too. Great. So I can armor and lava fava. So, oh, good lord. Oh, I think we're gonna win, but it's gonna be a close one. Lord. Okay. Put a stop to Captain Skeleton's unnatural animation. 12 XP, old cavalry saber. Gold tooth. Excellent. Oh, that's surely better than a wooden board. Although strangely exactly the same as a crowbar, and I don't know how to feel about that. Is that the only thing here? Yeah. Oh. We get XP for... Oh, for shoveling. Gotcha. Well, I'll do the town a favor. And... Oh, a mug. Back to braid. Nothing here. Nope, I did not mean to... Nope. Depth perception is very hard on a 2D plane. Oh, was that every horse? It was. I don't know how you spotted her hiding in that mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse. Sure thing. Looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thanks for your help. Anytime. And thanks for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? Not that I noticed. And that's all of them. I can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. Thanks. We'll buy a horse later. You said something earlier about an injury? Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out in the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd she do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office. She said she wouldn't talk to anybody except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or... I'm pretty sure she was just being sarcastic. I see. Well, I got some Nurse brand whiskey earlier. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc. What brand? Nurse. Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. Enter. Say, Doc. You, those are looking mighty close to, your fireplace. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey, stat. Sure. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Gotcha. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here, me or you? Well, she's got me there. I'll preen a little at the vanity, grab a pair of tweezers and pluck some of your more unsightly eyebrows. Hey Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not that they're gonna do you much good in this doomed, forsaken hellhole. You should try being less cheerful, Doc. You surveyed the books on Alice's shelf. They're all medical textbooks except a few. Leaf through The Legend of Curly's Meat. The book tells the story of a legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat, secreted in the hidden sense, not the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. The life and works of Fred Ferguson. This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography, but flipping through it, you mostly find it just lists reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. Haha. At least there's some useful appendices in the back. And some diagrams of appendices. Leaf through The Goblinoid Tongues, a primer. Oh. You start flipping through the Goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but eventually you get so engrossed that by the time you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed, and you know that a blurf is the Goblin word for hour. You have learned to speak Goblin, sort of. Make like a tree and leaf. Sure. The stove is spotless. Either she's very compulsive about cleaning, or she never cooks. Gotcha. Wow. Shouldn't this be further from the fireplace? That was exactly my concern. Can I talk to her about that? Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything alright? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so... She glares at you meaningfully. So what's up? I mean, what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you ask what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking? Why don't you go ahead and pick one, and I'll drink to that. Dead men walking? You haven't seen it? Corpse and skeletons staggering around like living puppets, and their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. Nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my damn mind. But how's that even possible? It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Oh. Ouch. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but, well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterwards and looking for revenge. That must be pretty rough. Rough? Missy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands. Oh, indeed. She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. I got some mugs to turn in anyway. Cool. Much obliged. Yeah, who's the lady drinking whiskey out of a beer mug? That's Susie. She's a rancher from nearby. Real tough broad. I ain't recommending you pester her. Why's that? Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. Ouch. Oh. It's a spittoon. People spit into it. You know, without even looking in, that it's absolutely disgusting. Look in it. Yeah, it's full of spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum, and looks like a few teeth as well. It's disgusting. And the smell, even from a distance, it smells horrible. Look closer. You are now on your hands and knees, peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what is wrong with you. Wait, is there something shining at the bottom? But what if hypothetically, what if we did get it? See, I now there are two votes in the opposite directions. I don't know where to go from here. Liz, you don't understand. It's shiny. You reach towards the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass horror. It smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate. Never mind or never surrender. Never surrender. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a sound like glop. Your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water. Search! Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring. Probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations. You got an item. Nasty ring. Hooray? Question mark. What does that do? Oh, +1 to every stat. And you were worried it wouldn't be worth it. +1 to every stat? Come on. The woman glares at you. I'm so sorry, Wolf. I'm so sorry to hear that. The woman glares at you. Are you Susie Cochran? How'd you know my last name? I saw the graves at the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. Susie scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. I saw it happen. Saw the whole damn thing and couldn't do nothing about it. The bartender said it was cows? Cows, right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows. Not anymore. What happened? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to range cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that it used to be a cattle ranch and they attacked. A couple days ago, happened so fast, I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of my gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door and a fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes, just like that. What'd you do? There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire. I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drains her glass. I ain't want to talk about it anymore. Sorry. She refills her mug from a bottle in the bar and doesn't reply. What will you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here and no desire to stay. Can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Where is it? Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go get it for me. Yeah, I'll do that, Susie. Oh, and we speak Goblin now, so... Yeah, I was just thinking that we went from the spittoon to like actual pathos, and now I'm gonna try to. Can I talk? The goblin shouts, "I'm Gary." Uh, Hi, Gary. Hi, hello. I am Gary. Who are you? Introduce myself. Well, I'm Hal. Hello, Hal. Good to meet you. What Hal doing down here? Um, do we tell him we're here to kill him? Um, be polite. Oh, I'm just looking around. Oh, heyo, Gary likes to looking too. Gary now looking for way out of this dump. Gary not having much luck, though. Where are you trying to go, Gary? High away and far up for popping. Popping, and then new Gary everywhere. Everywhere. Settle down, Gary. Gary doesn't like to settle. Gary wants to travel and popping. If Hal going far up and high away, maybe taking Gary with you, eh? Eh? Oh, a potential companion. So far we've had offers from him and him and old Pete over here. What do you say, Pete? I say all kinds of things. For instance, tarnation, some dagnab horse thief poisoned the pickle barrel. Uh-huh. There's a shiny rock you got, stranger. I'll give you 7 meat for that rock. Sure. Thank you kindly. I'll take that old silver nugget off your hands, if you like. Give you 81 meat for it. Sure. Fine and dandy. You ain't seem like someone got much use for unrefined ore, stranger. I'll buy it offen you for 73 meat. Sure. Pleasure doing business with you. Pete's eyes narrow as the gears in his head start to click. He fixes his gaze on you and the tick in his eyelids seem more pronounced. Listen, kid. All this stuff what I've been buying from you. You've been spending time underground, ain't you? You listen to old Pete's advice. You stay out of ore hole if you know what's good for you. There's stuff down there on the 40th level that ain't worth messing with for a gal wants to keep her eyes, if you catch my meaning. Not sure I do, but thanks. Well, I know immediately what I'm doing. You suddenly remember that weird thing that Pete said about level 40. Is that a real thing? Oh. It's a strange black chest. Sure. A wave of nausea hits you as you slide the heavy lid off the chest. Inside, there's a hat. It looks evil, and not in an abstract way. It has eyes, and they look like the eyes of a murderer. And it has teeth, which looks like the teeth of an animal who would be a murderer if animals understood the concept of murder. I see the two... I see both the angel and the devil on my shoulder telling me to put it on, so I feel like I have no choice in the world here. You have a sense of foreboding. Something tells you this is a bad idea. It's me. I'm telling you this is a bad idea. If you put this hat on, you won't ever be able to take it off, and things will be much harder for you. It will be as though your life is a game, and that game's difficulty level is greatly increased, if you catch my meaning. Alright guys, what do we say? Hard mode? Howdy, savage? Liz, you read the developer's insert text, you won't ever be able to take it off. I think Who Dares wins. Oh, that hat is everything I was hoping it was. You grab the terrible hat and put it on your head. You hear a sigh of pleasure coming from above your forehead as you feel the hat's teeth sink into your skull. This is going to be great, a voice whispers. Shudder. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks nice. All this quietly snarling hat wants is to slowly eat your head. Is that too much to ask? He's just out. Thud Fricker, the Fricker gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a little nap. I feel an inclination. we just put on the demon hat, right? Like, I mean, we're here to arrest these guys, right? But that doesn't seem very sportsmanlike. You sure you want to do that? They're wanted dead or alive. That's true. Technically, the sheriff really just wants his door back, so fuck it. Really, you're just gonna gun down a hapless sleeping man in cold blood? Cold is the only blood I have. Shoot him. He's just a kid. Everybody dies. Pull the trigger. Dang, partner. You got a perk. Ruthless. What is, Ruthless options will be available. Excellent. We did set out to help people. This is a bloodthirsty gang, though. So really, aren't we helping people by keeping them off the streets? You know, they stole a jail cell door. That's like one of the worst things you can steal. Well, one of the Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub. Drown him. Can you pass the soap? Don't disturb him. He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper both in sleep and the tub. Thanks, I suppose. You cautiously approach the Fricker gang. They're pretty engrossed in their little poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and and the other squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here? Um, I'll, So be it. You push his head under the water and hold him there until he stops struggling. At least he died warm. There was no option to wake him up or anything, okay, like... But maybe we can talk to these guys, right? No, we can... We can talk this out. Howdy boys, deal me in. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? It's Bimmy, your sister. Bimmy? You ain't Bimmy. Sure I am. Ask me anything. Alright. What's our mom's name? That's easy, Mrs. Fricker. Say now, let's not be hasty. Oh boy. A hereto unforeseen other member of the gang sneaks up behind you and knocks you unconscious. At least they were kind enough to drag you outside after they beat you unconscious. Okay, well, they earned this. Let it be known. We can try again now. I'm Bimmy. I stole some Rube's face. Oh shit, it worked! I was thinking maybe I had to ask the other guy for backup, but no, we're Nicolas Cage, I see. Ah, you always did have a knack for face rustling. What's new, Bimmy? We gotta get out of here, and fast. The Pinkertons are on to us, and they'll be here any minute. Dag nabbit, come on, Snipe, let's hightail it. I'll catch up. Wimpy nods. He and Snipe hurriedly pack up their belongings and flee the cave. Congratulations on your attentiveness, memory, and strong interpersonal skills. Let's grab the door and skedaddle. Wait, no, this is true! It said in the sheriff's office on one of the posters that Bimmy was a face rustler. Oh, I did remember that. Okay. Oh, the door. I'm sure they were not at all worried about the two other members of their gang who did not make it out with them. The Fricker gang hadn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell's got just about 4 times more secure. Is there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Nope, they won't be bothering this town anymore. Well now, that's a right load off my mind. Looks like I owe you a reward. Got another little task for you if you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need? Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. This place looks much better with the door back in place. More celly. Wasn't this guy selling? Yeah, I'll trade this soap for a lock, sure. Yep, got one right here. That'll do nicely. The sheriff puts the lock on the cell door, then accidentally drops the key and it clatters into the cell. Hellfire. Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger? You got a needle handy? I'll see what I can do. I unlocked your cell for you. The sheriff walks into the cell and picks up the key. He looks around for a place to hide it and eventually sticks it under his hat. Thank you kindly, stranger. If Boring Springs ever gets any more criminals, they better watch out. That's a good job you done. Here, have this souvenir of your time in Boring Springs. Replica Sheriff badge. Thanks, Sheriff. Ooh, it's +1 armor. This is a plastic facsimile of the sheriff's badge. He usually gives them to children who tour the jail. The cell is now usable, at least until the sheriff manages to screw it up again. You give it about a week. Got a few more mugs for you, homie. Just thought I'd say howdy. Well then, mission accomplished, I reckon. Take your leave. And now, the Cochrane Ranch. Established 1891. All the water in this trough has boiled away. Susie's ranch has burned to the ground. Oh, jeez. One of these days, one of those cactuses is gonna have something for me. The outhouse is the only thing still standing. Something behind this door is making some pretty awful noises. Yeah, well, I got this hat, so I'm probably more awful. Somebody was in the middle of fixing a knife. Varmint skin and knife. Allows you to collect skins from beasts after combat. Cool. Those pies were not safe. Oh my god. So they said the cows were demons, but I didn't know that it was so literal. This thing looks angry. You're not going to make it to the safe without dealing with it. Deal with it. Definitely armor up. And I want that thing to stay as far away from me as possible, so we're just going to shoot it. We are on fire. Okay, that wasn't so bad. You defeat the nasty cow skull floating in a cloud of flame. It's the Cochrane family gun safe. Grab Susie's rifle. It's obviously been well cared for. There are 6 little notches carved into the stock. Demon cows indeed. I suppose that's what they meant by the cows coming home. You find my rifle yet, stranger? Yep, here she is. Susie's eyes well up with tears as you hand her the rifle, and she roughly scrubs her sleeve across her face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. I'm Hal. Thanks, Hal. Can't rightly say what this means to me. She looks at the rifle for a long moment and looks back up at you. She sighs. Well, that's enough wallowing in misery. Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along when you head west, you just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. I think that's just about everything we can do. Is there anything for the dock? Yeah, what's the deal with all the TNT? It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so they're so small there won't be nothing left to come back. That seems drastic. Drastic hell. No way am I taking the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough, I suppose. Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. A rumor? What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly, he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the beanslingers use? I never heard of any beanslinging raising the dead, have you? That'd be one hell of a can of beans. About that necromancer. Assuming he exists, what about him? Well, maybe somebody ought to try to stop him. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? A gray-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows surgery? You hit your head on a bar stool, kid. You aren't that old. And if I were going to pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Doc Alice says nothing at you and takes a swig from her bottle, saying nothing. And it sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done. For your friends and everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. It beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You ain't even doing any Gonna try that one again. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away and shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself, chasing a rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. Impossible like raising the dead is impossible? Alright, kid. What the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. I mean, that surely is everything. I don't know where we would get the other TNT for that hole in the mine. Maybe the spittoon? You already plumbed the depths of this spittoon and your own depravity. You should be ashamed of yourself. Sorry. Alright, well. Yeah, the poker game. These two are playing poker, or at least trying to. Can I play? They look at you nervously. Look, I have some meat, let's play. You put 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of tens plus a 2, 3, and a king. A pair and a king is okay. 2 and a 3 could help. Not great odds, but these guys don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna freak them out. We're gonna all in. The sweat gushes from their faces as they each read how to play poker again. but eventually they both add 20 meat to the pot. Okay, read 'em and weep. The guy on the left has a full house, 2 jacks and 3 aces, and the guy on the right somehow got a straight flush 2 through 6 in hearts. Outfoxed them. You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21. The guy on the right's 20. And you're 25 plus a king, and the king represents King Ralph IX, whom the western colonies revolted against because of unfair taxes. So they owe an extra tax of 10 meat each. They nod in understanding and push more meat across the table at you. You collect your winnings and stand up. They thank you for helping them learn the game. They don't have enough meat left to bother with. It looks like you're playing for spiders now. Well, I will leave them to that. I suppose it's time to settle on a horse. What's everybody thinking? Do we want pale horse, scaredy cat, dark horse, crazy horse, or completely normal horse? Chronically introverted horse, okay. Let's say the rest. It's one more for the chronically introverted horse. One more? Okay, that is certainly a plurality. Can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you though. Horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you've bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. I'll take the shifty-looking dark one. I don't think she'll let you ride her if you're wearing that hat. She's too skittish for that. Oh no! Well, our hat has scared her away, y'all. What now? I guess that's true. well, if it isn't the consequences of our actions. Sure, I think Spooky Pale fits the hat. Great choice. That's a good horse, if you like that sort of thing. I'll sell her for 1,000 meat. Wait, yeah, what sort of thing? You know, spooky stuff. Spooky stuff. Look, I don't want to get in particulars. Let's just say she sets a certain tone. Oh, mysterious. I'll take her. Thanks, here's the keys. Ride safe. The keys. Anyway. What do we name our horse, ladies and gentlemen, and NBs, and everyone else? What do we name our spooky ghost horse? Spooky. Oh no. The spooky. Oh. It simply must be done. Alright then, Spooky the horse. It's got an howdy and spooky. That we're we really are the next Lone Ranger in silver. Oh, I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map of the Southeast West. Delightful. It's your new horse, Spooky. This horse seems uncomfortable when you look directly at her. I'm so sorry. This horse has the look of someone who has seen the madness that dances on the other side of the void. This is the most typical horse you've ever seen. Can I? No. Well, let's get on out of here, y'all. Alright then, you're properly horsed and ready to start your new life in the West. Now all you need is a partner, somebody to share your new life in the West. Share the trail with. Somebody you can rely on for emotional and combat support. The hat says no to Gary the Goblin, which is fucked up. I didn't know that our hat was racist, or I never would have put it on. But what are we thinking between Crazy Pete, Doc Alice, and Susie? Or alone, I suppose, but that's one vote. Alice. I know, I like Gary too, but okay, everybody likes Alice, so the hat does vote for alone, but I don't. And 3 have voted for Alice, so that's darn, that's only 2 votes for alone and one extra vote for Doc Alice from me, so that's twice as many people voting for Alice is the thing. Oh. It's got to be Alice. I can't do it. I can't do it. You knock on Alice's door and tell her it's time to go. Hit the trail. You consult the southeast-west map the hostler gave you. It only lists 2 things: the town of Dirtwater and the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company's westernmost camp. Day 1, the first day of the rest of your life. Oh, this is spooky. Spooky whinnies as you approach. Comb her mane. She neighs with whispery gratitude. Appears Alice would like to speak. Howdy, Alice. If we're gonna look into this necromancer business, I figure we ought to start with the local cemeteries. Makes sense. Do you know where they are? Yeah, I did some research into the territory cemeteries a while back. Territory cemeteries. To see if there was a pattern to it. You okay? Haha, sorry. Anyway, there's one not too far from here. The Daveyard. The Daveyard. Huh. What do we think we should do next? Well, if you're looking to find out the lay of the land, I'd guess the railroad crew would be able to give you a fairly literal interpretation. Makes sense. Room for rent, inquire within. Well, I reckon we could... Do y'all see what I see? It's far too late, Liz. This is a spittoon, which is a sort of brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting on the floor. Because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already. Sicko. Inspect it. Look. The Jewel Saloon is pretty nice, as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit, but this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside it isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit. Here we go again. Alright, fine. You are now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied because you are near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? That's good. No, that's bad, because it's only the water part of the spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit, the toxins and filth that don't evaporate. Several years worth, distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts into the spittoon anymore because they bounce out. um, You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something. The color and viscosity of maple syrup, except instead of maple, it's flavored with the inside of the mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Yeah, glorp. It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding, except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It smells like something ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving. Keep searching. You found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children, assuming you're still able to have any and that you hate them. Hooray. Hey! 3 spell damage? Surely that's gotta be worth it. We're a beanslinger. It's 3 spell damage, Liz. The old man stares off into the distance, listening to the piano. Try to talk to him. He doesn't react to you at all. The piano player is not very good at his job. Uh-huh. These guys are having a spirited discussion about guns and which of theirs is nicer. This man points to the sign on the counter. Slop, 5 meat. Plate of slop. Plate of slop they serve at the Jewel and Dirtwater. They should really hire better kitchen staff because some competing restaurant moves in and eats their before some competing restaurant moves in and eats their lunch. Maximum HP by 5 for the rest of the day is pretty solid, right? There's a sign that says see bartender for darts. Oh god, what's happening here, ladies? Hey, how come they're allowed to drink without hats on? That's a good point. Can I see the bartender for darts? Well, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jewel Saloon. Hi, thanks. I'm Hal. Glad to know you, Hal. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do you for? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. Can I get some darts? The sign on the dartboard said to see you for darts. Oh, sorry, all the darts got broken months ago. That's disappointing. Okay, I saw the sign out front advertising a room. That's right, finest room in the house, and plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? How much does it cost? Well, that's where you're in luck. The previous tenant was a banker fella, and he paid a month in advance, right before getting himself killed by bandits. You seem like a decent sort, so the room's yours if you want it, gratis. Wow, thanks. These guys must have fallen asleep during a brawl. Yeah, who's that old man by the piano? Oh, that's old Ellsbury. Tragic fella he is. He was a writer and a poet, came out west to sell his stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird, his stories, fantastical like. Oh, too bad, I love that stuff. Well, it don't matter now anyhow. He had to get normal work to make ends meet. Did passing well as a prospector until one day he lost his mind in a mind. He what now? You know what I mean. He saw something. Something that made him stop telling his weird tales. Made him stop talking near completely, come to that. He just stands there by the piano nowadays. Seems to calm him down as long as he doesn't make any... And as long as he doesn't make any trouble, I don't mind him too much. Feel a little sorry for him, to be honest. Poor fella. Need any help? Well, if you're handy with mechanical type stuff, something's gone wrong with our piano player. Piano player. I thought the music sounded a little off. Yeah, it's not supposed to sound like that. I'll see what I can do. Thanks, I'd have poked around in him myself, but I lost the key. This has suddenly taken a strange turn. Try to fix him? Ah, requires a needle. Yo, this is a nice room. There's a postcard on this little table. Sure. Blank postcard. This is a blank postcard. Maybe you should write to your family back home. In case you don't know how the mail works, you send these by going to a building called a post office and giving it to the correspondence wizard who works there. Delightful. You look into the mirror, insult yourself. I would never. Maybe just once. You call yourself a lizard-kissing yellow-bellied jerk. You gain an effect. Angry. Oh, that ain't right. There we go. You're madder than a hornet. If your anger level gets higher than 1, you'll pass out from rage. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't do that twice. Let's see. Well, we gotta explore Dirtwater before we go anywhere. Hello, spooky. That is a lot of stats just for insulting yourself. How'd that guy know my name? Hello there, welcome to Dirtwater Mercantile. Ooh, advanced beancraft. Well, we have to do that. We got anything to sell? I consider selling the spider ring. This is a cookbook. A cookbook specializing in bean recipes. There's a chapter about cooking bean dishes so small that they have to be served intravenously. Gives blood beans, a skill that lets you regenerate health during combat. There's a recipe that has been scratched out and replaced with a bunch of paranoid, insane scrawlings. Gives Wary, a skill that increases your maximum AP. There's a recipe for a wall-shaped pile of beans that looks pretty interesting. Gives Bean Wall, a spell that will create a wall of beans to provide cover from ranged attacks. Well, what do we think about this one? Blood beans, bean wall, or we could become wary. They do all seem kind of good. That's true, I didn't think about that. Alice probably has healing spells or something, or probably not spells, but yeah, more spells is good. You read the scrawlings and internalize all of their insane paranoid implications. Afterwards, you narrow your eyes and burn the book. I didn't trust that book. This is a post office. Can I mail? Hi, I'm Howdy. Any mail for me? Nope. Darn. Well, I'd like to send a postcard. Alrighty, let's have it. You wrote a quick note to Rufus letting him know that what you've been up to and that you're okay. That'll be... Oh, it's one of them prepaid ones. That'll be 0 meat then. Thanks. Oh, sponsored by LTNT, I see. Oh, little girl is selling flowers. I'll buy some. 15% stench resistance. Well, that's nice. But, yeah, the porcelain cow that we fought tooth and nail for is also an offhand item, so I gotta keep that. Howdy, are you the sheriff here? No, we don't currently have a sheriff. Offer to be sheriff? Do you have any law enforcement experience? Not really. Have you been to sheriff school? No. Do you have an existing relationship with Dirtwater's local government? Are you familiar with all the local ordinances? Do you even live here? No. Then what, may I ask, in tarnation makes you think you'd be qualified to be the sheriff? Well, I just assumed. You just assumed that you could mosey into town and become sheriff on your first day. Well, when you put it that way. If I had 5 meat for every wide-eyed protagonist-looking kid who wanders in here thinking they're the most important tenderfoot to ever strap on iron, I wouldn't need this dead-end clerking job. Sorry. It's okay. Like I said, it happens all the time. I can still help, though. Sure, if you're any good with a gun, there's always somebody in need of some justice. Wanted posters are back there, cells are over yonder. It's a lot of... Huh. This empty cell is all ghosty. Am I gonna arrest my horse at some point? She didn't do nothing wrong. It's a wanted poster, or a wanted poster if accuracy is important. It says, wanted, house in the desert gang, for mortgage non-payment, squatting, and general public nuisance, also for murdering 2 collection agents. Last seen at the house in the desert. You wonder if the house is named after them, or if they're named after the house. In any case, at least their location is unambiguous. It's a wanted poster. No, wait, you misread it. It's a wasted poster? Wasted, the Stripy Hat Gang, for grand theft, paint, and tasteless hat vandalism. Last seen in the vicinity of Cavern Canyon. Dirty, rotten paint thieves and low-down, no-fashion-sense hat vandals. Despicable. Lot available. Vacant lot. Vacant lot. Vacant lot. Vacant lot. Vacant lot. Not a lot available past this point. That's really fucking funny. else to do here. Oh. Weird ghostly carriage here. I might save that one for a little bit. I think that's the DLC. Let's saddle up. I'm infinitely curious about the Dave Yard, I must admit. You come across a horse trying fruitlessly to figure out how to use a pair of binoculars. Those aren't for you, buddy. The horse reluctantly agrees and trots off, leaving the binoculars behind. These will come in handy. They will also come in pairs, because otherwise they wouldn't be binoculars. Fair enough. Oh my. Here lies Dave B. Died with his boots on, but not his pants. Well, I'm almost terrified to dig this up. Oh, sure enough, boots, but no pants. Maximum AP? Oh, we've got AP for days now. Let's go. These remains look pretty restless. Put them down for good. That's a lot of HP. Give me armor for sure, for sure. Oh, Alice has a scattergun and patch up. That's so much damage. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh man, Alice is putting in the work for sure. God damn. Was horrifying. A handful of loose teeth. Can I say no to that? Alice surveys the scene and jots down some notes in her little notebook. Here lies Dave C. went down in the IC. There are dozens of messages carved into the bark, each reading Dave was here. I see, it's the Dave Yard. Not a graveyard, because it's Dave's. Dave J. I am starting to be extremely glad that we took Alice along for this journey. Gold tooth, skeleton bone. Here lies Dave L. Died of a heart attack. See you in negative 36 years. Dave G. He was looking to the sky to save him, but even the sky can't save a feller from like 40 angry beavers. That's Dave Grohl, the frontman for Foo Fighters. That's very funny. Looks like the gravedigger left his lunchbox here. Oh boy, free lunch. Vienna blood sausages and a thermos of spiked coffee. These bones are jumping around to beat the Dickens. Well, beat the Dickens out of them. A smart-looking skeleton. Oh, so my My beans won't do a lot to him, but maybe my sword. Uh-oh. This battle's on a time limit, y'all. He does 11 and she only heals 10. And it is spooky damage, that's right. There's only so much you can do to block spooky damage. Oh man, I don't like this. We're gonna make it, but it's a little sketchy. There we go. Dave G. murdered by a different feller named Dave G. Dave D. The truth was out there, it killed him. That's David Duchovny. X-Files, very funny. Pile of bones that isn't moving for a change. Got a skull with an odd tag on it. Enter cemetery alone. The tag on this skull has a serial number, says it was borrowed from the Submission Catacombs on February 19th, 1886. Geez, this thing is really late. The back of the tag has the catacombs address on it. Oh my. This is one of those things they have in mausoleums, you know, one of the big marble things with drawers full of skeletons. Leave them be. Hey, we can summon the ghost here. This is a pile of mostly burned rags that maybe used to be a person. Gore-splattered scroll, human ashes, and a robe receipt. This is a receipt for the delivery of 150 black silk robes. It's time you start gathering clues about the whole perambulating dead situation going on. Grab a notebook and paperclip with the receipt on the first page. Necromancer Journal. You open the Necromancer Journal and examine the information you've collected so far. You found a receipt of delivery of robes. Looks like it was a surcharge for delivery past Boulder Pass. That means the Necromancer's lair is definitely west of the mountains. Human ashes. It's the cremated earthly remains of a person. Someday they'll be referred to as cremains, but you will not approve. You're right, I don't. Scatter them? You find a pleasant-looking vista and toss the ashes into the air. That's probably what that person would have wanted, you guess. Gore-splattered scroll. You scrape the largest of the giblets off the scroll and read it. It says to take a pile of human remains, or ashes, spread them out in the shape of a person in the red chalk ritual circle, and then sprinkle them with stardust and place a mostly perfect or better glass sphere where the heart would be. Anyway, that's the gist of it. The actual text has a lot more these and thous and such like that. Plus, there's a bunch of weird gibberish that you're supposed to say out loud while you're doing it. Well, I already scattered those ashes, but maybe one day. I do like the concept of fight and bigger fight. I refuse to bigger fight. That seems ill-advised when one... You guys really want me to bigger fight this? You know how this is going to go, though. Like, you know. This, like, it's not even going to be a contest. Okay. They have so much HP. Armor up. And I do 2 to 3, 1 to 2, and a maximum of 5. Deals 20 damage to your target, not AoE. Y'all, I think I'm dead. And then Alice with the scattergun. Excellent. Excellent. Not sure what possessed you to think opening all of those drawers at once was a good idea. I don't know what convinced me of that either. How strange. You get so angry about losing that fight that you pass out. You wake up the next morning in your bed. Doc Alice must have carried you back here after you got knocked out. You're a little sore, but otherwise, not otherwise any worse for wear. You're pretty hungry though, and also sober. Well, I did a pretty bad job in that fight, so you know what? I'm a possum kissing red livered jerk. I should have... Lord, buttons. What do they do? Yeah, I should have some XP here. I see. We got all kinds of stats around these parts. Well, I think upgrading Beam Shield is like a necessity. But also Grit for a little HP, because I don't have nearly enough of that. Let's try that one again. Not the big fight, perhaps, but... Howdy there, I'm Wandering Sally. Howdy, Sally, I'm Hal. What's your line? Trading. I wander all around these lands, just like it says on the label, and I buy a little here and sell a little there to make my way. Care to see the wares? Sure. Oh, she's got needles. We need those. Apple. Bar of soap. Item drop bonus by 10% is interesting. I'll hang on to that. Marigold, sure. Oh, what do my boots now do? 1 AP? These are just better then. That seems smart. Alright. Right on. You're riding down the trail, a dirty urchin jumps out pointing a toy pistol at you and demands that you pay the toll by doing 20 push-ups. Yeah, I'll do it, sure. Satisfied by your demonstration of upper body strength, the child allows you to pass without pretending to shoot you. Excellent. I wonder if on hard mode, if he pretends to shoot you, like you actually die. I will open one box. Oh yeah, that leveling up did a lot of good. Oh wait, I didn't eat the carrot. That's good. I don't know, do we try bigger fight? Cause that was pretty tanky. Oh, that's true. Probably won't be super tanky against spooky damage. I can keep doing a little one-on-ones though. Oh, you're so right. But luckily, I do more damage too. Ooh, Alice has become stronger. I see, she's studying all the skeletons we defeat and she gets stronger with each one. That's very cool. Well, I want to see what she does now. Five damage, okay. Feeling better too, I assume? Yeah, and 15, let's go. Well, I suppose we should deal with those criminal scum. At the side of the trail, you see a small hell cow. A hell calf, really. It snorts at a patch of brush, lighting it on fire, and then starts grazing. Okay. Oh my. I'm worried about what this might do. Oof. Be nice to my doctor. She actually gives us medicine, but she drinks whiskey for herself. Excellent. Oh, and we skin we skin the cow with extra thick leather. Huh. As you dismount and approach the house, where the bandits are holed up, you hear a voice from inside say, "What was that?" Uh-oh. Looks like you're going to have to be sneaky if you want to avoid a full-on fracas. Sneaky is my middle name. Wait, really? Are we how sneaky D? Or like I was just kidding, personally. But I could be convinced. Yeah, how sneaky D? Okay, if you say so. I don't want anything to do with whatever that is. From the sound of it, you'd say this doghouse contains an angry dog. This doghouse contains an angry dog. Very funny. You are not going to be able to get past it without alerting the gang inside the house. Oh, give the dog a bone? With a knick-knack paddywhack, you achieve your aim. The dog begins contentedly gnawing the human femur. Good for him. Hinges on the crate are really rusty. McCready stuck to his guns. There's gotta be something we can do about that later. Let's... You spot an old army fort on the horizon, probably abandoned, but there's only one way to find out. Fort Cowardice. I'll check that out later, but I do love the name. Well... So, the thing is... Oh, it's the Stripy Hat Gang. But, what about... This crate has weapons scrawled on it in black paint. Oh, I see. The bones make you pretty reluctant to investigate this hole. Booze, medicine... You're right. Surely the spider ring will help me negotiate with the spider. It's mostly full of packing straw, but you find a pretty fancy knife at the bottom. You suddenly hear chittering coming from that big hole behind you. Well, I have a fancy knife that gives me additional moxie, at least. Death wish standing this close to that thing. You should leave right now before that spider eats you. Loud and clear. But what could be in here? Those boards can't hide from your prying eyes or your prying crowbar. This door has like 15 deadbolts on it. The note tacked to it says, "Please don't open this door unless you want to get eaten by a giant spider. Even then, don't open it because the rest of us don't want to get eaten by a giant spider." It isn't even signed, so you can hardly be expected to take it seriously. I agree. See the gang on the other side of this big pile of junk, but you're not going to be able to make it from this end. Maybe if you had more legs, you'd be able to pick your way through. I see. I know exactly what you're getting at, game. Oh yeah. And then you hear a horrible skittering noise, followed by a scream, followed by more horrible skittering noises, followed by more screams, followed by some rapping noises, followed by some muffled screams. Then there's more skittering, then silence. I see. gang has been prepped for spider consumption. Arrest them or leave them for the spider. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. Danger kitchen. Oh. Hey, man. Hey, you're not one of them. Are you here to rescue me? Sure. Oh, thank goodness. He thrusts his hand into yours and shakes vigorously. I'm Doug. How you doing, Doug? Well, I've been chained up in this dank cave for weeks cooking for those stripy-hatted idiots. It sounds awful. You want to know the worst part? There's a perfectly good oven 8 feet to my right, and a shelf of perfectly good ingredients 8 feet to my left. How's that the worst part? This chain is only 4 feet long. That's pretty rough, bro. I know, right? There I was, fresh out of culinary school with a million meat idea in my head, and now here I am, 4 feet shy of my dreams, cooking the same pot of soup over and over again. What million meat idea? You, promise not to steal my idea, right? Yeah, I promise, buddy. Okay then. It's a new kind of sandwich, or maybe a taco. It's so revolutionary that I'm not quite sure where it fits in the whole hand food taxonomy, to be honest. Anyway, in the middle of it there's a sausage. But it's a sausage made from the cheapest possible parts of a pig, ground up so finely that you can't identify them anymore. Okay, and it's served in a long split roll, which soaks up the grease so you can't tell how fatty the sausage is. And the best part, the name. You ready to hear the name? I believe this is a hot dog that you are referring to. No, my mistake. I call it the Hot Doug. How about the Hot How instead? Don't be ridiculous. Hot How. What does that even mean? Ridiculous. Sorry. Hey, there's no need to be mean about it. Not that any of this even matters. Even if I did get off this chain, there's no point in hanging around in this empty cave making hot dogs just for myself. I don't even like the taste of them. You could set up shop in Dirtwater. Brilliant, you're a genius, Hal. Hot dogs for sale all day, every day. I'll make a mint. Say, there's an idea. What if I added mint to the sausage mixture? Please do not do that. I'm thinking perhaps I should leave this man in cave now, but... Looks like this place needs a new bartender. He had a jaw harp in his pocket. Maybe they killed him for playing the jaw harp too much. Oh yeah, it's pretty jazzy. I do love plunking this twanger. Okay. Oh god, it's still going. Okay. Oh well, Doc House will be happy. We got some alcohol. Okay, now as for these idiots... I have to know. I see. There's a tattooed tooth in one of the skulls. The spider's venom must have loosened things up. Tragically killed by a giant spider. Suppose that will be our proof of having, My character seems to sound like Liz right now. You notice a smoldering hole in the ground and recognize it as the habitat of the southeast western coal snake. They keep to themselves mostly, but they're known to enjoy a fight if one is thrust upon them. I will thrust one upon it. Oh god, not the spider. I forgot to take off the spider ring. No, I meant heal yourself, woman. No! Oh, this is terrible news. Well, this is a war of attrition if I've ever seen one. This is a very... This is a very immune to bullets kind of spider, because I feel like normally one would do the job. You put the snake back in the ground, though in a slightly different sense. Snake spleen. And coal snake skin. Put it on your hat to add 3 moxie. Set an enemy on fire, that's good to know. Oh. This guy looks like he's in a lot of pain. You okay, buddy? I'm pretty sure my leg is broken, so no. What happened? Traffic accident? No, it just sort of broke all of us. This sounds like someone I know. I don't get enough vitamins or whatever. Good nutrition can be difficult in this day and age. I'm gonna need some sort of medicine for this. Can you help me? Sure. Thank you. There's a mission up north. The nuns there run a little hospital and sell medical supplies. Maybe you can get me some broken leg pills. Broken leg pills? Is that a thing? Yeah, that's a thing. Don't have any with me. Sorry. Huh. Huh, indeed. I'm tempted to sell this spider ring. I guess that's true. Why do I have the varmint skin knife equipped? No, give me my moxie knife. But certainly, I will at least equip the less horrific ring. Thanks for stopping in, Raccoon. Always good to see you. Hope you have a good rest of your day, too. guess I don't need the hat. I gotta keep Grandma's favorite can of beans. I can't let that go, but... Now I wonder, did, Yep. Wait. Hot dog. What happened to Hot Doug? Howdy, Doug. Well, if it isn't my good old savior Hal. Howdy yourself. Yep, that's me. The sign outside. Yeah, I had to change the name. I tried to file a trademark, and it turns out there's already something called a hot dog. What is it? Trust me, you don't want to know. I wish I didn't know. Anyway, a single letter removed, and I'm in business. I'm so curious. Elegant hot dog. Oh, man, stats by 6 for the rest of the day? Oh, but they're 100? A thick, sturdy hot dog for a thick, sturdy cowgirl. This hot dog has been embellished with a zesty sauce. Don't get too excited though, the zesty sauce is just regular old mustard. This is exactly enough sausage and exactly enough bun to qualify as a hot dog. It is perfectly efficient. I see. Well, let's turn in the bounty here. Howdy, what'd you need? Yep, that's the tattooed tooth of the leader of the Stripy Hat Gang, alright. I'd recognize it in any... 1,000 meat for that? Oh, man. Another wanted poster. The Potemkin Gang. For unlicensed civil engineering and flaunting of construction regulations. Last seen in an unregistered settlement north of Dirtwater. But I'm gonna find like some oil or a screwdriver or something for that creaky gate before Wait, yeah, you're right, hold on. I don't see a reward on that one either. Huh. But we have to stop them, Liz. They're doing unlicensed construction and flaunting the regulations. I will check out Fort Cowardice because I'm very interested. You encounter an overturned wagon surrounded by ruined books and broken pairs of spectacles. Looks like a family of especially literate homesteaders met an untimely end. Advanced Beancraft Volume 55, let's go. You pour over the detritus and manage to find exactly one book that is undestroyed and remotely interesting to you. Bloodbean's Butterbean. A spell that reduces an opponent's stats. Ooh. It includes a chapter about making a human-sized or larger automaton and binding it to your will with the help of Kitchen Tat. Well, there's only one option here. Like, right? There can be no other choice. Practice making servants out of beans until you're pretty good at it. Unfortunately, one of your earlier experiments gets a little rowdy and eats the book. Bad. Bad Golem. Just like the old saying goes, when life gives you cannons, make a cannonade. Oh, that shouldn't be funny. Does seem pretty abandoned out here. Yikes, this mishap definitely got something fired. It's an unusually sized cannonball. Demi-culverine cannonball. This cannonball is made to fit a demi-culverine, a cannon with a bore diameter of 10 centimeters. No demi less, no demi more. Ha ha ha. This sign has the goblin word for toilet on it. That sign says toilet and goblin, which makes it pretty likely that goblins use this tent as a toilet. No way are you going in there. Fair enough. This must be the math tent. Yes, indeed. Based on the papers and anatomical diagrams scattered across the surface, you're guessing this test belonged to Fort Cowardice's nurse. The papers are mostly boring medical records, dental daguerreotypes, lamentations, and antibiotics that haven't been discovered yet, that sort of thing. Hey, wait, what's this? Looks like it might be important. Marching orders. Diagrams? They're a bunch of disgusting diagrams of sliced open bodies, of course. Oh, we don't have safe cracking. Oh no. It's controlled substances, though. We need those. Oh. You hear the sounds of several goblins snoring inside the tent. I'll leave them alone. They haven't done anything to me. The cabinet is mostly empty, but there are a handful of boring personnel records in the back of one drawer. They're incredibly boring. No, really, I want details. Fine, you read one. Patricia Smith, secretary, pay grade C5. Born February 11th, 1938. Or 1838, rather. Deceased on, wait, it's actually impossible to tell which time system these use, but she died in 1862 either way. Missed days, 12, accrued 6 days, 63. Satisfied? No. Walter Reed. Rebecca LeBlanc. Charles Stern. More records. Now you're just looking at the same ones you've read before. What is wrong with you? I can't get enough. Alright, I had enough. This was once a reception desk, but now the most appropriate thing for it to receive would be a free trip to the dump. Still some good mess here. Hardtack and whiskey, sure. Spice rack. Unlabeled green shakers. Better leave them alone. They might be poison instead of spices for all you know. Oh. In general, this is a door. More specifically, it's a door to the general's office. Even more specifically, it's the locked door to the general's office. Oh. Well, just in case this is a fight of some importance. You probably shouldn't try to open this pie safe while that goblin is shooting it. Agreed. Get their attention. Say, what are you doing? Shooting pies, always. Always shooting pies. That sounds good. I hope you have a good time. Thanks for hanging out. It's been a pleasure to see you, as always. Hope you have a very nice time and a good rest of your evening. Could you elaborating on that? Why shooting a pie? Yes. To destroying, obviously. Must to destroy a terrible pie. What is wrong with a pie? Ah, human will never understanding. No, really, why a pie shooting? Shut up, so much angry. No, Look, I'm pretty sure being a pie is destroyed. Destroy a... Huh? Look, so many holes in a pie safe. You winning. A pie is dead. You certain, being? Waiting here. I will check. You peek through the bullet holes. Yep, that pie is shot to hell. Hooray, you are a success. A pie is so very destroyed, being. I doing it? So much doing it. But now what? Huh? What I shooting now? I guess you finding another pie. What? There are more pies, being? Yes, a world full of pies. Oh no, this violencing will never ending. Sorry, being, not wishing to enabling this behavior. No, this is my cross-bearing. I must going and continuing the fight. Okay. Thanking you. Oh, I don't have outfoxen. Okay, I wishing you good luck against a forces of pie. Salute. General Gob strides out the door, jaw clenched, eyes resolute with pie hatred. Well, that was weird. I guess I'm the general now. Life is good. I don't really want to mess with the goblins, that's okay. Okay, broken leg pills. The skull we have to return to the old mission, or that nefarious illegal construction gang. Well, I'd hate for this skull to be missing for too much longer, so... You encounter a bandit who doesn't look very bandit-like due to the lab coat and slide rule holster. Fortunately, she's also wearing the standard black bandit hat, otherwise you might not have been able to tell. Alright, Buster, this is a stick-up. Hand over the meat. You don't seem to have a gun. How about I just punch you out and leave instead? Ha, I'd like to see you try, because I've invented an anti-punching ring, and that would help me test it. Okay. Oh, fuck! I immediately regret my choices. Oh, shit. She's a wizard. I should have anticipated this. Oh, no. Bean Golem, help. I mean, Huh. You gotta get set on fire, lady. Or, I guess not. Huh. Well... Alice, help me. Thank you. Oh no, this is not dynamite. Heal. Beans. Oh no. Oh, y'all. Oh, y'all. Y'all. I don't see a path to victory on this one, but you never know. I didn't know I was fighting the final boss. Good night. Okay, well. You lost. The bandit sneers as you limp away, looking for another experimental test subject. Spooky horrifies you awake by whispering terrible secrets to you. Oh. Thank you, girl. You mount up and continue towards where you were going. What? Mostly scabs, huh? Hey, free 5 maximum HP. You're not a priest, so you shouldn't mess with any of this. Sure. Empty relic with a spot for a skull, a pelvis, and a finger bone, huh? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. What's wrong, sister? They came back. They just came back and took them. I couldn't stop them. Whoa, slow down. What happened? Our holy relics. The saints just stormed up out of the catacombs and took them back. Wow. I didn't know what to do. I thought maybe they'd fire me if I tried to stop them. The cardinal will be here any minute. What am I going to do? To start with, take a deep breath and try to calm down, okay? What's your name? I'm Sister Mary. My name's Hal. Now, what's this about saints? Our mission is to protect 3 sacred relics. I'm the relic keeper. It's my job, my specific job, to look after them. She shows you the ruler she keeps tucked under her sleeve. No, they do not. I see. Wait, do they call you Memento Mary? Okay, sorry. So what happened? The saints. Oh, it's too horrible. They came to life somehow. They came up out of the catacombs all skeletal and ghastly looking. I mean, it's probably blasphemy to say that, but I nearly fainted. And they took back their relics? Yes, and if they aren't recovered before the cardinal gets here, I'll be in so much trouble. Oh, how much time is there? Well, actually, he's months overdue, so it's probably not all that urgent, but still. Alright, I'll get them back for you. Oh, thank you so much. Wait a second. Are you going to have to fight them to get the relics back? Because that's probably blasphemous too. I mean, probably, but if black magic brought them back to life, that's like super blasphemous, right? So it evens out? Oh dear. The Cardinal is going to want to have a very long talk about this, but go ahead and do what you must, I suppose. Pew pew. Indeed. Pew 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 pew. Indeed. Often looks like it was hauled down recently. It's empty. It is a precariously balanced pyramid of skulls. They're all riled up and twitching. Well, they didn't do anything to anybody. The skull is twitching in an unnerving fashion, though I guess there would be no way it could be twitching that wouldn't be unnerving. Fair enough. The skull is sitting as a weird angle. Under it, souvenir spoon. Oh. Offhand moxie item, but that's nothing compared to 3 spell damage and 3 melee attack from this filthy spittoon cow. skull is whispering at you. That doesn't seem right. Just sounds like gibberish, though really creepy gibberish. Ah, the skulls from earlier. There you go. Safe and sound. This pile of skulls has been cemented together. Requires a pickaxe. These bones are jiggling and rattling in an agitated way. Well, I'm kind of... like, I don't want to do this, but... are you sure? There's a lot of them and they're really mad. Never mind. I'm good. They can hang out. Oh no. Maybe the bean golem will perform better today. He sure isn't, but at least he's taken hits. Goodbye, friend. Frankly, I don't think you were worth the AP. That's true, he did take 2 hits. Oh no, we're gonna be here all night. Okay, that was risky, but right on. Yeah, surely if I, what is it, 100 to upgrade it one time? Surely. Here lies Saint Beefus. After he died, his body kept trying to rise to heaven, but it was so heavy it just kind of flopped around a bunch. They had to inter him in a big stone sarcophagus to put a stop to it. Here lies Santa Cortada. She was drawn and quartered by heretics, and then the quarter that had her head on it was beheaded. The dismemberment was so effective that nobody was able to get her body to stay together even after she was just bones. Here lies Saint Pope. He was excommunicated for impersonating a pope, but there was some kind of bureaucratic issue, so they were not able to unbeatify him. Oh, necromancer stuff? Cryptic note about ley lines. You examine the weird note, but stick it in your journal. I can't make heads or tails of it. Got it. Geez, they really knew how to build heavy stone sarcophaguses back in the day. You grunt and strain and force the heavy lid open. There's a skeleton inside. Holy crap, his bones are huge. Fortunately, he appears to be asleep. Not for long. Oh my god. Oh no. Help. Help. Oh no. Alright. Well then. Perhaps we are not ready for that. But surely the Potemkin gang. You see a streak of fire blast across the sky and land just over the horizon. You ride off to the site of the impact and find a meteor. Meteor. 539 meat. Yes, please. That's, how much do I... Where do I see... Oh, I'm stupid. Right there. Gotcha. What's up, Alice? We're getting near Fort Alldead. I heard there's some serious necromantic activity there. We should take a look. Sounds pretty sinister. What is it? Well, pretty much just what it sounds like. It's an old army fort where all the soldiers died. Except the rumor is they're still walking around in there. Did they name it Fort Alldead before they died? No. No, originally it was called Fort Just Fine. No entry. The guy shouts, "Visiting hours are over," and runs to stop you. Oh. Well, we found Liz. Non-fake horse sales. That place is condemned, not safe to go in there. No entry. Genuine TNT and sandwiches. Town hall for an actual town. A guy shouts, "Don't go in there, it's haunted." I lost my belt buckle. Did you look near the sandwich shop? I see. So what if we get them all in one place? Oh wait. Now what? I'm sorry. I don't. Huh. You duck into the outhouse and plan your next move. While you're pondering, you notice something weird. This outhouse has a back door. The music is backwards. That's so good. Oh. Oh, I see. So this was the jail. Yeah, back of the jail. Turns out it's just flat plywood like a theatrical set. The ropes are holding this thing up. Don't look very strong. Probably knock it over, but you should wait until just the right moment. I agree, that does not seem safe at all. Okay, so I think I see the vision here. We get them all near the jail and knock it over onto them, or we get them to the TNT and we blow it up. Well, I think there's only one option, really. This will kill 3 jailbirds with 1 barrel. Boom. Blasted remains of the Potemkin gang. Yep. 3 little piles of sticky black goo. Spot a... oh. Buttonwillow McKittrick's store. Sure. I'll check that out beforehand. This barrel smells like pickles and looks like an empty pickle barrel. Insightful. At first you're excited because you think this barrel is full of pickles, but they turn out to be novelty rubber pickles. God damn it. I hate when that happens. The woman behind the counter stares at you with a huge grin on her face. She gestures at the goods she's got for sale. Oh shit, can of oil. Oh shit, more Beancraft. Oh, that could be good. New skills are always positive. Definitely. Oh, I do want the pickaxe though. Have anything to sell? I guess not really. Oh, but I'll be back, don't you worry. Now, Butterbean is a list of meditation techniques to help you concentrate while cooking and or fighting. Use the old bean, a skill that temporarily increases your mysticality during a fight. There's a poem scribbled into the margins that words keep shifting and changing. Gives uncanny presence, a perk that provides resistance against elemental damage. I think that seems important, but I could be persuaded into any of these. I feel like spooky's an element. It has like the same like text as the other stuff, maybe. I mean, what else would I would lean towards either that or use the old bean, but what do y'all reckon? Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking... You read the poem and briefly lose consciousness. When you come to, you look in the margins of the book and see the poem has been replaced with a crude drawing of you. Horrified, you destroy the book, just in case. Ooh, look at that though. 20% resistance to even spooky. Excellent. Spot a beer barrel cactus. You're not sure why they call them that, since they're shaped like mugs, not barrels. I don't have foraging. How sad. Cactus Bill? Didn't expect to see you around these parts. Well, I gotta admit, I was a little envious when I saw you leave Boring Springs, so I figured I'd hitch a ride out west to see what I could see. And just look at this place. So much hustle, so much bustle. There sure is a lot of both. Hey, nice pot. Thank you kindly. So what's new? Well, to be honest, what's new is a profound sense of longing and loneliness. I'm sorry to hear that, Bill. Well, it is what it is. I was hoping I'd run across a similarly lonely cactus lady somewhere out here, or failing that, a normal human-looking lady, or a normal human lady looking to marry a cactus. No luck? Not yet. Of course, getting around is a bit of a challenge, but us cactuses live a long time. I'm sure I'll meet somebody. Someday. I'll keep an eye out for you, Bill. Give her the sticky black goo. Okay, 3 piles of sticky black goo. Gross. What's this for? That's the Potemkin gang. What the heck did you do to them? Don't ask. Okay, well, here's your reward. Next time, bring back some less disgusting evidence, please. Thanks a bundle. Yet another wanted poster. Lots of criminals around these parts. The Black Hat Bandits for horse theft and selling of counterfeit glue. Oh no. Last seen headed north towards the old millinery. No good can come of criminals with access to hat-making machinery. Indeed. You mark the location of the millinery on your map and spend some time saying millinery over and over. Millinery, millinery, millinery. It's a good word. Oh, but now I should have enough to go get that book. As you're riding along, you see some braided fuses sticking out of a nearby rock. Investigating more closely, you see that somebody drilled a hole into the rock and inserted a bunch of dynamite, but apparently lost interest and wandered off without setting it off. Or maybe they were just out of matches. 2 dynamite, though. Hell yeah. Oh, give me that book for sure. This book is a guide to get the most out of your meat by getting the best possible deal on every single thing you buy. Hell yeah. You read the book from cover to cover and learn, among other things, that its cover price is way too high. After you're done reading it, you use your newfound skills to pawn it off on a wide-eyed rube for 60 meat. Excellent. Now what does that do? Ah, discounts. Excellent. Oh, and that means we can afford the pickaxe. Let's go. Alright. I think I am going to return home. Oh? Spooky turns to somewhere, takes a weird turn somewhere, and you find yourself completely surrounded by old dead trees. Where are you? A gray mist closes in on you as Spooky marches confidently forward through the gnarled ancient forest. You shudder. Keep going. Spooky stops. Through the fog, you see a shape. You dismount to investigate, and reveals itself to be the shape of a pedestal topped with the shape of a book. A chill runs down your spine as you touch the book. Introductory Nex-Mex. Black-covered book written in black ink on black paper is a primer in the arts of southwestern necromancy, also known as Nex-Mex. This seems like it's probably pretty dangerous. Are you sure you want to read it? Sure. Okay, it's your funeral. Whatever, Grandma. You cannot see the words on the pages, but you can nevertheless read them. Your mind becomes stained with grim secrets. You got a skill, Grinnin' Skull. As you turn over the last page, the book vanishes in a puff of black smoke. Oh, it's a spooky damage spell. Skulls are scary, and ghosts are scary, so you know it would be double scary? Yes, you do. Delightful. Well, it has been about 3.5 hours, so I am probably going to call it here. My throat is getting a little tired, but it has been a most delightful stream. I'm very grateful for everyone who stopped in to celebrate the return of the Moth, as it were, and it's been a really fun time. I love this game. Probably keep playing it on stream at some point whenever folks are interested. So I am glad to be back. Glad to have played a little bit of this indeed awfully charming game, and yeah, we'll do it again next time. I will see you all very soon.